Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving deep today into, well, one of the most visually striking plants out there, the Kigelia africana. Most people just know it as the sausage tree. You see it along roadsides in Africa.
Yeah.
But according to the research you shared, it's actually hiding some incredible medicinal secrets, like a real powerhouse.
That's a perfect way to put it. Yeah. For anyone listening who hasn't seen one, picture this. A tree, maybe 40 feet tall.
Right.
And hanging down are these massive, sort of rough, elongated fruits that can weigh up to 22 kilos.
Wow.
Hanging on these long stalks, just like, well, sausages. It really is an oddity in the plant world.
Definitely strange looking.
But our mission today really is to get past that, the visual joke almost, and look at the benefits. The research is actually pretty extensive.
Okay.
But, and this is crucial upfront for you listening, what we're talking about comes from research findings, traditional uses. It is absolutely not a substitute for professional medical advice. Please always remember that.
Got it. Important disclaimer. So it's kind of amazing that something that looks so, well, funny has such potent stuff inside. Let's start with the skin. Why is it seen traditionally as a skin specialist?
Well, the research points to excellent anti-inflammatory and analgesic properties, pain relief, basically.
Okay, so like for aches and pains.
Exactly. Think traditional uses for things like rheumatism, sprains, even bad bruising, hematomas. Salves and extracts are used to soothe that pain.
And it goes beyond just pain, right?
Yep.
What about wounds?
Yeah, absolutely. Different parts, the bark, leaves, fruit, they're traditionally used to clean and dress wounds. They act as an antiseptic.
So they help stop infection from setting in.
Precisely. They actively reduce that risk. And the research also highlights significant antibacterial and even antifungal properties, particularly in the stem bark.
Antifungal too, so what kind of things?
Well, traditionally, and research seems to back this up, it's suggested for relief from things like fungal infections, boils, psoriasis, and eczema.
That's quite a range. From a simple bruise right up to something chronic like psoriasis. It seems to work on a really fundamental level.
It does seem that way. And that leads us into some of the more serious claims that the research is exploring now.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, I think.
This is where modern science is really, digging in. Research indicates that extracts, specifically from the bark and the fruits, show activity against melanoma cells.
Wait, melanoma? Skin cancer cells?
Yes, and other skin cancer cell lines in lab studies.
That's huge. If that's the case, why isn't this everywhere in cancer treatment discussions?
Well, that's a fair question. Research is often a long road from the lab to the clinic, but the focus is intense, especially on certain chemical constituents found in the tree.
Like specific compounds?
Exactly. One key compound is lapicol. Researchers are particularly interested in this one because it has a known history in anti-tumor research.
Lapicol.
Okay. Studies suggest it shows effectiveness against things like solar keratosis, that scaly, sun-damaged skin that can sometimes be precancerous, and even potentially Kaposi sarcoma, which is a rarer, often aggressive cancer affecting skin and lymph nodes.
Wow. So we've gone from soothing a sprain to potentially fighting serious cancers. That's incredible. And yet somehow it's also used in cosmetics. Seems like a leap.
It does sound like a leap, but it connects back to those regenerative properties, perhaps. Cosmetic research notes that fruit extracts contain compounds that might help firm up breast collagen fibers.
Firming. Okay.
And it's also cited for things like helping with sunspots, smoothing fine lines, reducing wrinkle depth, even tightening the skin around the eyes.
So it's this strange mix.
Yeah.
Traditional remedy, potential cancer fighter, and duty project ingredient.
An unlikely combination, absolutely.
Okay, let's shift inside the body. What about internal uses? The sources mention digestive stuff.
Yes, traditionally it's cited as a remedy for stomach issues. It's noted as acting as both a laxative and an emetic, depending on preparation and use, perhaps.
So for constipation or maybe clearing the system.
Right. Used traditionally to soothe constipation and also to treat certain gastric infections.
And there were some mentions of more sensitive applications, gynecological or venereal uses.
Yes, traditionally it had a significant and quite complex role there. Research notes its historical use in treating serious venereal diseases, things like gonorrhea and syphilis.
Really? That's serious stuff.
Absolutely. And for women specifically, it's been used topically for vaginal infections, noted to potentially increase lactation in breastfeeding mothers, and historically it was even used as an abortifacient.
Wow. That really speaks to its potency, doesn't it? The sheer range of effects.
It really does. It suggests very powerful system-wide actions.
So, summing this up, What really stands out is just the incredible breadth. A common tree looks a bit funny, but moves from basic first aid like inflammation relief right up to potential anti-cancer action, cosmetic use, and deep internal applications. It's like a whole pharmacy in one plant.
Exactly. A self-contained natural pharmacy is a great way to think about it. And considering the power we're seeing in compounds like lapishol just from this one roadside tree, well, it tells you there's still enormous scope for pharmacological investigation.
So much more to learn.
Definitely. The research really suggests that nature holds so many secrets we haven't unlocked yet. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many other plants, maybe ones we dismiss as just, local oddities, are quietly holding the keys to the next big therapeutic breakthroughs?